All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking all about B2B lead magnets. But forget everything you think you know from a few years ago. We're going to break down what actually works right now to get you high-quality leads in a world that is just, well, it's noisy out there. Let's get to it.
So first, let's just set the scene here. If your main game plan is just posting on social media and hoping for the best, you're kind of building your house on shaky ground. I mean, look at these numbers. The organic reach on the big platforms has absolutely tanked. You're now having to pay just to reach the audience you already worked so hard to build, and that's a huge problem, right?
So what do you do if that free audience on social media is basically hiding behind a paywall? How do you reliably connect with your ideal customers? How do you bring them into your world? And more importantly, how do you build an audience that you actually own?
Well, the answer is a tool that's been around forever, but honestly, it's more important today than it's ever been: the lead magnet. And no, we're not talking about those dusty 50-page ebooks from 2015. We're talking about a fresh, strategic way to offer some serious value.
And here's the key thing to remember. A lead magnet is all about a fair trade, a value exchange. You know that whole debate about should we gate our content or not? This is the answer. You're not just hiding your content. You're offering something so genuinely useful that your ideal customer is happy to give you their email for it.
And this number right here, this is why that trade is so worth it. See, social media platforms are rented land. You don't own your followers, but your email list, that's an asset. That's something you own. And it's an asset with a mind-blowing ROI. $42 back for every single dollar you spend. That right there is the power of building your own audience. And lead magnets, they're the front door.
So why even bother with all this? Well, there are 3 huge wins. First, you get to engage with all those people who are interested but just aren't ready to buy it. You stay on their radar. Second, you're building that ridiculously valuable high ROI email list we just talked about. And third, and this is a big one, it qualifies people for you. Anyone who downloads your guide on a specific topic is basically raising their hand and saying, hey, I have this exact problem.
Okay, so we know why we need them. But what's the secret sauce? What's the difference between a lead magnet that just gets downloaded and forgotten and one that people get genuinely excited about? Let's break down the anatomy of a real winner. So a great lead magnet, it's got to have 5 things going for it. It has to be directly related to what you actually sell. It needs to solve one single specific problem. Don't try to boil the ocean here. It has to be super easy to consume, like in 5 minutes or less. It has to give them real, actionable advice they can use right now. And finally, it has to naturally point them toward the next step in working with you.
And you know, all 5 of those things really boil down to this one simple truth. If you don't deeply understand your audience's problems, and I mean the actual words they use to describe them, then you're just throwing darts in the dark. But if you get this part right, everything else just clicks into place.
Okay, theory is great, but let's get down to brass tacks. What formats are actually killing it right now? Well, the best part is we don't have to guess. The data tells us exactly what's working.
So check this out. A GetResponse study of almost 800 marketers gives us this amazing snapshot. And look at the 2 clear winners, video and written content. Together, they make up almost half of the best performing lead magnets out there. The bottom line? People still love to watch and read, as long as you make it worth their while.
But wait, here's the really crucial detail hiding in that data. Does length matter? Oh, you better believe it does. For both video and written stuff, the shorter, more to the point content converts way better. And that makes total sense, right? We're all busy, we're scrolling on our phones, we want a quick win, not a homework assignment.
So with all that in mind, here are 5 formats that are just crushing it. Free tools like HubSpot's website grader give you instant personalized value. Checklists are super simple and so easy to use. Templates save people a ton of time. Automated demos give people that try before you buy confidence. And evergreen webinars, they make you look like the expert and they work for you around the clock.
And seriously, don't sleep on the simple stuff. There was one case study where a company doubled their lead conversion rate literally overnight just by adding a simple checklist. A 2x increase from one of the easiest things you could possibly create. Come on, that's efficiency right there. Okay, now here's a bonus tip. And this one is a real game changer. It's called a content upgrade. This is where you offer a very specific freebie that's directly related to a blog post someone is already reading. And because the timing and the context are so perfect, the conversion rates are absolutely insane. One study found they convert 575% better. That's not a typo. All right, so you've made an incredible, super valuable lead magnet awesome. But that's only half the job. Because if the landing page where you offer it is a cluttered, confusing mess, all that great work just goes right down the drain.
I absolutely love this analogy. Your landing page needs to be like an Apple store, clean, focused with one single purpose. Not like a Costco, where there are a million things screaming for your attention. This is all about psychology. You want to reduce their mental effort. Get rid of the navigation links, the social media buttons, everything. Just removing the main navigation can literally double your signups. It's all about focus.
Now let's talk about the most valuable real estate on this entire page, your headline. And the number one rule is this: clarity always, always beats clever. It's about time for a calendar app? What does that even mean? But generate and publish your site with AI in seconds? I know exactly what I get, how I get it, and how fast. It's perfect.
All right, next up, and this is a big one, you have to talk about benefits, not just features. A feature is what your product is. A benefit is what your customer gets. You have to constantly ask yourself the so what question. So what if you use eco-friendly products? The benefit is, I get a spotless home, and I don't have to worry about my kids and pets getting sick. That's the thing people actually buy.
Another huge trust builder? Get rid of all the uncertainty. People get nervous when they don't know what's going to happen next. But when you lay out a simple, clear, three-step plan like this, it makes the decision to move forward feel safe and easy. You're showing them the clear path from where they are now to where they want to be.
Okay, we're at the final, most important piece of the whole puzzle. Because look, getting that email address is just the beginning. The real goal here is to build an automated machine that turns that initial download into a real customer.
Your lead magnet is the bait that kicks this whole thing off. It gets their awareness, you capture their interest on the landing page, and then you start the nurture phase. This is where the magic happens. You send a series of automated emails that build trust, give more value, handle objections, and only then, once you've earned that trust, do you make your offer. So I'll leave you with this one question. Your audience has a problem. You know they do. What is the one specific, valuable thing you can create for them right now to help them solve it? Because that's your next winning lead magnet.